It's Jordan from Mulligan Brothers, and today's interview highlight is with Master Shi Heng Yi talking about daily routine. Today's video is sponsored by mulliganbrothers.com, where you can now buy the brand new Inspire Change t-shirts, all linked down below if you want to help support us. Let's jump into the video.
In the morning when you wake up, it is something very, very natural that is happening, that you open up the eyes, you get out of the bed, and so then it starts to be normal that you are interested in what's going on out there. Which means you look at the mobile phone, you look at the television, you look outside, you listen to things that are around you. That means awareness is naturally driven outwards of you in the moment where we wake up. So it's natural. This is the natural state. Like I said, if you don't pay attention, it's getting out of you. Therefore, what is it that the first step I would suggest somebody is doing, and what is also lacking nowadays is the time that you realize this. To just realize one part of human existence, is it that our awareness is naturally being driven outwards. So, in order to create the balance, what we do with all the different types of methods is to regulate this. To regulate and keep an eye on the amount of time and on the amount of awareness that we are allowing ourselves to get lost out there. So that means, first of all, it's important that you see it on yourself first. Which means you don't turn the view out there and look out. The first thing to do is you turn around and see yourself. Because then in the moment where you are doing this, you are going to see yourself. And this is the beginning where once you spend time with yourself, the insight comes. Yeah, because all the time we are interested in seeing what is everything existing out there. Yeah. And it is one approach. This approach is that things are becoming, even the traveling, the journey becomes quite long and quite big the more far we go out. So it's like, first I stay inside my monastery. When I go out, I'm going to be inside this village. I go out, I'm going to be inside Germany. I go out, then I'm in Europe. I go out, then I'm on the earth, on all different continents. Then I go more out, then I'm in the solar system already. Then I go more out, then I'm in the Milky Way. Then I go more out, then you are in many different galaxies. Then you go more out. It's getting always bigger and bigger and bigger. This is also an interesting way of spending your life. Yeah. But there is one thing which not everybody is able to afford, this type of traveling. Yeah, maybe Elon Musk, he is, yeah. But not everybody has this technological and also financial capabilities to make this type of journey. But now the interesting part is that in the Asian culture, we are saying the so-called macrocosmos, that the world is always getting bigger on the one side, is actually like a mirror to the so-called microcosmos. And microcosmos means it is now not the journey where you travel outwards, it is the journey where you are traveling inwards. And instead of things becoming more big, you watch inwards, things becoming more fine, you become more refined. So first of all, you realize, okay, I have the body. Then you watch in. Oh, I have the skeleton. I have the muscles. I have the fascia. I have the organs. I have all the blood vessels. I have the energy systems. And you get more deep and more deep. And there you realize also different things inside of you. You go down, maybe you meet some atoms. Inside the atoms you have the proton, the neutron, the electron. You go even smaller, then you maybe have the quantums and the quarks. I don't know. The funny part is On the one side, it always gets smaller. On the other side, it always gets bigger. But those two things still have something in common, which is, just as an example, cyclic movement seems to play a very important role. Doesn't matter in which world you are now. When you are in the outside world, yeah, our Earth is turning, yeah, we are turning around the sun, the solar system is turning, our clock is turning, a lot of things are turning, yeah, and you go down, our respiratory system is connected in a circle, let's say, the inhalation, the exhalation. Our heart, how the heart is pumping the blood, let's say, through our body is also a circular system. And the digestive system, the way how we exchange energy with our surrounding, get it to us, yeah, it's happening in cyclic movement. The atoms are moving in cyclic movements. So there is something in both of these areas that remains the same. And this is one type of where I say to investigate and understand the rules on which you play the chess, or on which this life is based upon. Because then things become a little bit more helpful. Because once you know that there is this cyclic movement always and always, then at the same time you also know, if you do not want to waste energy, you try to reduce, for example, the amount of linear behavior, linear movement that you are doing in this lifetime. Meaning you investigate something that ultimately anyway comes to a hard stop. Yeah, but what does this hard stop mean? It means that all the energy that you have invested on one point is just going to vanish. Yeah, but this is kind of pointless. So what is it that you can then do? Transform. That's why we call it transformation is something really important. Because transformation only means it maybe doesn't look like the initial investment of your energy. It is because this energy is able to take different forms and different shapes. But it's still the same investment from your lifetime that you gave into this life. Yeah? And maybe people still don't get it, but let me put it a little bit more to the point. Yeah, right now we have 8 billion people in this world. Everybody has his own ideas and his own expectations, maybe, how he sees himself and what he would like to do with himself during this lifetime.
What a great video. For me, I can implement a lot of that into my daily life as well. I can take some of those lessons and implement that into my daily life. I hope you're enjoying the Shi Heng Yi content. We've got a lot more to come. So please stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't, hit the notification bell, and please consider becoming a YouTube member with the little join button down here. And also, as mentioned before, www.mulliganbrothers.com is how we fund all these projects, and without it we wouldn't be able to do this. So if you want to buy an Inspire Change t-shirt, a Hardest Worker in the Room t-shirt, it's all linked down below in the description. And thank you to everybody who's been buying the t-shirts. Please tag us on your Instagram posts at Jordan Mulligan Brother, at Mulligan Brothers, and let us know that you've got the t-shirts and you're inspiring change around the world. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.